Okay, welcome to Rachel 1919. Just watched that absolute share of shite against Burnley. I'm going to give you my reaction to it. It was a pile of shit from start to finish. I believe the. Sorry, that's my phone going nuts. I believe that the wrong team was picked, wrong formation was laid out. First half, too lethargic in midfield, too slow on the ball, no creative spark, slow down the right hand side. Aronson constantly cutting in, turning into trouble again. It's what he does. To be honest, you wanted to come on here now because if I react to this after Farka talks, I think I'll put my TV in through the sitting room window because I'm just so angry. I'm looking at the stats here. We had 19 shots, 68.5% possession, 19 shots. Burnley had 4, scored a worldie. The reality, whenever it comes down to it, though, we had 4 on target. We had 19 shots and 4 on target. We had less than 25% on target rate, less than 1 on 4. Sorry, yeah, almost 1 on 5 on target. 12 of our shots were off target, 3 blocked. We're shooting from distance, we're shooting from angles. Take away that Aronson chance, we didn't really. And Stack's free kick, Dubravka was quite comfortable the whole game. Our right hand side, creatively, just there is nothing. We have no creative spark, and that's what concerns me. To be fair, I'm just fucked off. I'm just angry. Tactically, let's talk tactically. I think at this stage we have to start being real. How long can we continue saying the amount of times that Pascal Strike is out of position? Oh, he's following the man. Right, okay. Oh, 2 shots the last game there. He blocked 2 shots and it took deflections, and that's why they went in. Right, he's a half a yard short. He's out of position. He's not quick enough across the ground. Let's be honest. If you're going to play Strike, I think you've got to play Bijol and Rodon beside him. Simple as that. It's time now. Stop fucking about. Yeah, they put Bijol in there. What was the point in bringing him in the first place? He's the best defender outside of the top 3 to 4 teams in Italy statistically, and we've got him, and he hasn't even played a minute. Are you serious? Like, at what point Daniel Farka 3-5-2 with the injuries that we have, with the players available, Dan James is clearly not fit. He's not fit to start. If he's fit to start, he starts over Aronson. So he's clearly not fit. He throws on 3 strikers. Eventually it's Nemacha, Perot, and DCL up front. DCL's working off scraps the whole game. But you have 3 strikers up front. That's not the first time this has happened this season, which is concerning, because what he's doing is throwing caution to the wind, because his tactics haven't worked. His tactics have not worked. So people can say what they want, they can back him, all the rest. I said in my video yesterday, and I'll stand by it, he's got 4 games. 4 games. And then I think he's going. He said the other, we have 3 more games before the international break. And then after that, let's be honest, you have Villa, Chelsea, Liverpool, City. We're not getting anything from those games. We have 3 games from now to the international break. We play West Ham on Friday night. With Daniel, I'm going to tell you something. If you think that Burnley wasn't a must-win, West Ham is. Because I'll tell you something, if you can't beat the teams that are below you and around you in the league, you're in hiding in nothing. This is the Premier League. You need to catch yourself on. Look, Burnley's second goal was a screamer. Let's be honest, it was a screamer. But you have to point out the obvious. Stack just going for a wee dander there. Didn't want to stick a foot in or didn't want to put pressure on him. Strike too slow and coming out and covering to block the shot. Ampadu exactly the same. And let's like, what is Darlow doing in nets? It goes over his arm. It's not exactly right in the top corner where you can't get to it. Like in my head, Perry gets that. I think for West Ham, we mix this up. He's got to make changes. I think Darlow's done nothing wrong, but I think there's levels to the game, and I think Perry's a level above. I think Strike, let's be honest, you've done alright, Strike. Thanks for your service, but you're a sub. Bijou has to come in. I think Goodmanson and Bogle, they cover themselves in glory every time because they are the most consistent people in our team. The midfield is the midfield. The problem that we have is that the three in the midfield pick themselves. Against West Ham, they're going to go competitive, so they're going to go Longstaff, they're going to go Stack, and they're going to go Ampadu. And it is what it is. The problem is in front of that. And people can give DCL all the shit they want. The fact of the matter is, the man's living off scraps. We're putting balls into the box. In the first half, I'm screaming, going, get the ball in the fucking box. Get the ball in the box. We couldn't do it. We couldn't beat a man. We couldn't beat the first man. And any ball that was going in, he was up against 4 defenders. He had no chance. And the balls that were going in were poor. We got to change it up for West Ham. If we don't change it up, the problem that we have is, how far away is Okafor? How fit is Dan James? How far away is Willie? These are massive questions, because I'll tell you something. I do believe if we don't pick up points in the next 3 games and we end up in that run of Villa, Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool, if we end up going into those needing to take something, Fark is gone. You can't stand by in an 7-8 game on not in the position we're in. We can't just stand and let that happen. He's under pressure. This is the first time in the season I think he's been properly under pressure. I think we dominated the game to a degree without actually doing anything with it. Bogle put the ball over the top whenever the ball was played into the back post, and he went to lift it over the keeper, but lifted it over the bar. There's a couple of things that just didn't go our way, but we were just so lackluster. That's not a good Burnley team. It's not a good Burnley team at all. And it's massive points dropped. And not only that, it's another -2 to her tally. So it's a concern. My main concern is the fact that we're going into West Ham, and to me is it a must win? Well, at Burnley, if I said Burnley's a must win before that game, I think West Ham's a must win, because they're going to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. I think we have to beat West Ham. And I'll go so far as saying somebody in the club has to start coming out and actually giving honest reviews. I don't want Daniel Farke. I can hear his press conference from my boys. They give everything they had. My boys were very good. We just do the final. I just don't want to listen to this shit. It's the same crap over and over and over again, and it's like the definition of insanity is obviously continuing to try and doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. Well, the fact is, Daniel, my main concern after that defeat today is that you went to Perot, Matcha, DCL up front. That's the third time I think that happened this season. So whether you're in a state of flux, a state of panic, and you don't believe in the system that you actually set everybody up for throughout the season, or you don't really know what to do, which either way, in either of those scenarios, is concerning. As I say quite a lot, opinions are like arseholes and everybody has one, and not everybody's right, and that's fine. My main concern is the fact that I'm a Fargo. I'm trying to remain positive with Fargo, but I can't because he frustrates the life out of me. Not his actual team and his lineup, is it's his in-game management. I'm thinking like, why can he not see some of the things that we can see? I'm not a coach. I'm not a manager of Leeds United. I'm just a dickhead that watches them on TV and flies over every now and then and watches them. And he's a member. Oh, you know what I mean. My opinion is no different than your opinion or anybody else's opinion. No more important. But it just fucks me off because I'm like, I'm just angry, and I'm angry because the TV cameras go down to Daniel Farke whenever he's on the touchline, and he looks flustered and he looks angry, and I'm just like, why are you angry? You set the fucking team up like that. I called 3-5-2 all week leading up to this. He went 4-3-3, and it was shite. And whenever we did make inroads, he was putting on more attacking type players. Tanaka come on. I, to be fair, I would probably drop Ampadu and start Tanaka against West Ham. Better player all round. Play Longstaff and Stack. It's Tanaka. That's what it was started as. Um, DCL starts, but the problem is out wide again is that the other two this is what I'm saying. You can't play 4-3-3 with the attacking players we have if we've got injuries. We should, we're in the Premier League and we should be grateful, but we're also in the Premier League, and I don't think we're given a fair representation of who we are as Leeds, and that's the thing that fucks me off the most. We know there's so much more in there. Like Jack Harrison and Goodmanson down the left, I think they work well together. They cover each other okay and all the rest. But then down the right, Brendan Aronson was, oh my god. I'm going to do it. Look, Brendan, you're not anywhere near good enough. You missed a sitter. It's by the by, the keeper made a save. Your work rate, okay, you can run all day, but that's about it. Your passing's abysmal. You take 15 touches when you should only take one, maybe two. Your crossing ability is absolute piss poor. Your strength in the tackle is piss poor. How is this man starting in our team? We've got under 14 players, probably bigger than him, stronger than him, more physical. Get them in the fucking team. I have a 9-year-old down the stairs, young lad. You know what I mean? He's as much strength as fucking Aronson. And then the other side of it is he's flown around the world, him and Tanaka. And you can't use that as an excuse because he ran around like a headless chicken. The quality just isn't there. So there's a lot of questions for Daniel Farke, in my opinion. There's a lot of questions to the 49ers, and I'm not going to harp on about that, but I probably will do from now till to January. But I genuinely think Farke is under. If he doesn't win, this is an absolute must win against West Ham. If he does not win that game, I think if maybe not at that game, but he could end up finding himself in trouble. The 6 games after that are not good. They're hard games. This is the Premier League, and you need momentum going in from game to game. You need that momentum, and I think we will be okay. Defensively, from a midfield perspective, we will be okay. Offensively, the shit show that was the last 2 weeks of the window is now coming through, and we're fucking having to deal with it. Not being able to beat Burnley, not being able to get a point of Burnley. We didn't even crack a fucking egg, let's be honest. The Dubravka done little. The hardest shot that Dubravka actually had a look at and match was Stack, his free kick, towards the end of the first half. And let's be honest, it was on the side. It curled a wee bit behind him. Good big strong hand. Just pisses me off though, you know. Anyway, listen. This is Rachel 1919. You don't have to comment scrape anything like that there. If you want to, you can. I'm just pissed off. Let me know what the crack is. Yeah, follow me.